The square's a couple of blocks away. This is a good place to wait.
Do we have enough gas?
I'm not about to turn the engine off again.
What now?
We wait for Ava to call us on the walkie.
So, nothing for us to do but sit and watch the sun come up.
Yes, forced love interest. That is exactly what we'll do.
I'm teaching you to play euchre.
That's not a real thing.
It's a card game. Come on, it's fun.
It's nice to be driving around with a couple kids in the back seat again. Really takes you back, doesn't it? Just you and me and Gabe and Mari. Better times. There I go, making myself sad again. Glutton for punishment, I guess.
Gotcha.
Oh, come on. That's not even a good rule.
Still gotcha.
Fuck
Guess
you,
he
kid.
stopped playing it cool with her. In case you haven't noticed, Gabe's got a little crush on Clementine.
Yeah, I don't think it's reciprocated.
He likes her. You get it?
Well, okay, I sort of am.
Kind of amazing, isn't it? That in the middle of all this, they find time to flirt with each other.
Guess it just goes to show. You stick two people
To me, it
together,
comes off like she's
something's going to
babysitting
happen
him,
between them.
but whatever.
I'm just glad it's the good kind of something this time around. It's so normal, you know? Like, as crazy as things get, as terrible and tragic and just plain stupid, there's nothing more wonderfully ordinary as two kids falling for each other.
Oh my god.
Not that they're there yet, but to feel something that intensely for another person, kind of like the best drug there is.
When I was his age and I liked a girl, I was a fucking wreck. Sweaty palms and stomach aches.
Boners behind math books? We knew.
Wow, you took it there.
Every time, we knew.
See? Hell on earth.
It's unfair, that's all I'm saying. That they're feeling what they're feeling right now, and when that sun gets a little higher, it's right back to the fight. I just wish he could have had a childhood, you know? I wish I could have given them that. Him and Mari, both. They deserved better than this.
Like, you did the best you could, Kate. You kept this family alive as long as you possibly could. That counts for a lot.
I hope you know, Javi, having you there with me, right by my side all
Nope.
this time,
Nope.
that's what made the difference.
It's not happening.
You're so sure of what you're doing all this for. You didn't run away. You could have. But you didn't.
I'm here so I can set an example for people. For Gabe especially. Someone to be proud of. Someone who sticks around.
I get it. There's no graceful way to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. I know we've had moments. You and
You've
I,
had moments. I haven't had shit.
and there are always
They're your
a
moments.
little hot and a little confusing, and maybe some of them haven't meant anything at all.
None of
But
them have.
before whatever happens tomorrow happens, I need you to know, whatever this thing is between us, I want to give it a
My
chance.
god, no!
And
Stop
I know
trying
the
to
fact
force
that
it,
being this
Telltale.
back
I'm
in
not
our
doing
lives
it.
now makes this whole thing a little more complicated. But do you feel the same way?
No.
I'd really like to know before things
No.
get crazy.
I'm sorry, Kate.
Oh, God.
I just can't see it between us.
So all those times you said stuff, I was just imagining
100% you were.
years
Every
together on the
time.
road. The looks, the hints of something more.
Those were all set up by
You're
you.
saying none of that meant what I thought it did.
Yes.
David's not just some guy in our lives. He's my brother. I don't see him being okay with this, ever. I can't do that to him.
So
Very simple.
you're saying you do feel something.
It
Oh
doesn't
my
matter,
god.
Kate.
What are you,
It
fucking
can't go
12?
anywhere.
I guess A part of me always knew you didn't feel the same way.
Jesus Christ.
God knows I pushed you a couple times, but you always said no.
Yes, I
I
did.
have to finally listen.
Javi.
Yeah, it's time to act like a grown-up.
She's planning to hang David.
Recognize you have kids with this guy, and that fucking his brother is kind of a shitty thing to do.
Don't bring the truck. If they see it, they'll kill him right away.
My God, that's why I hate her. It's like she's so like definitive about fucking her husband's brother. It's like, come on, man. I don't feel bad for you. Sorry. If you feel like he's an asshole, then leave him. But that's as far as it goes.
Keep the walkie close by. We'll tell you as soon as we've got.
Well, you have left him, but you know what I mean.
And you can drive into the square and pick us up. Come on, Kate. You and I both know this is stupid.
I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. You already told me what you feel.
Yeah, I
you don't
did.
need to say another goddamn word.
Just stay out of sight. We'll be in touch as soon as we can.
She's like another child.
Nope.
She's just like a slightly
Sounds like
older
a crowd.
version of Gabe.
It sounded like Ava got cut off by something. Or somebody. Wish we had some idea of what we're heading into.
You know, the thing that sucks about this is that I still, despite all this...
Is the whole plan shot? Or did she just have a little setback? I hate not knowing.
We can't get distracted.
That despite all of this, that without question, either the end of this episode or the next one, assuming David doesn't die, there's going to be a... I'm going to pause it, sorry. There's going to be a major, like, conflict there. Despite the fact that I've done everything I can to make sure that relationship does not happen, Telltale, I can almost guarantee, is still going to force it to where there's going to be that issue. And then at some point, there's going to be like a, it's him or me sort of thing. I just can see it coming from a mile away, and it really annoys me if that ends up happening.
Wrong until we actually do this thing. So, let's do it already.
You ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Glad to hear it.
I don't know why he's coming with us. I hate that whole family. The only one that I really actually liked was Marnie, and her brains are still on the pavement somewhere. Yeah, that's about right. Don't know why I expected anything different.
Shit.
We can't wait for the others, can we?
For years now, Richmond has been governed by one simple principle.
Nice teeth.
Strong council, strong community. But, unfortunately, the actions of one of the members of that council, our security expert, David Garcia, have put us all
She's lying to all of you!
I'm sorry to have to show you this. Truly, I am. But you all need to see. Just look what he's done.
Oh.
David ordered his brother and the rest of his people to kill our doctor.
Knew that was gonna happen.
And they were happy to do it. Is this who we want in charge? Someone this reckless?
Do you see those people in the background there?
Cruel? Not if I have anything
I didn't know
to
somebody
do with
could
it.
live in 10 frames per
This
second.
is really happening. She's gonna kill him. She can't do this to him. He's kept him safe.
I think she's bluffing. It's a scare tactic. There's no way she's really gonna execute David.
Are you sure?
No.
I hope you're right.
I'm just saying that to you so you don't shit your pants.
I'd heard you were planning to crash our little party. Why didn't you come on up here? Show your face to everyone. I'm sure these people would like to hear what you have to say.
Fuck that, and fuck you, Joan. I don't have anything to say to someone who shit-talks my family.
Don't make this harder on yourself, Javier. Get up here, now.
She knows we're here now. We might as well.
We both know you killed Dr. Lingard.
You...
Why, Javi?
Okay.
Why would you do that to us? The only surgeon in a 100-mile radius But you didn't care about that. You thought he deserved to die.
Lingard saw what was happening in Richmond, what you were trying to do, and he didn't want any part of it. He asked me to spare him the sight of all this. You ask me, he's better off.
Sorry if I don't take your word for it. Too bad.
Then why'd you
You're
fucking
the
ask me?
only man who could back up your story. I had a very interesting conversation with your friend Eleanor last night. Isn't that right, Eleanor?
We did.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
She said
What are you
came here
thinking?
because you wanted to save your brother. Admirable. Almost. Don't know how you thought you were going to pull it off. Considering it's all of us against the three of you. But I guess hope springs eternal.
And that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
Appreciate the honesty, which makes this so much harder. Here in Richmond, people who put themselves before the group don't last long. Bring them out.
Get away from me.
You're making a mistake.
Eleanor, you're a fucking idiot.
They had them this whole time.
David wanted to tear this whole place down. He told his people where to find our gun supply, and
Yeah, how's
sure
teaming
enough,
up with this asshole
they
working out
picked
for
us
you,
clean.
Eleanor?
You really thought you could ride into town and stage a coup? With our own damn weapons? Something like that? I can't just let it go. You've put me in a no-win situation here. So I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Both of them deserve to die for their crimes. However, Javi, I'll let you spare one of them. Just one. No!
Hell no! Don't! Don't!
Not after what they tried to do. You may be guilty of bringing them into this, but they chose to go along with it.
Is this the kind of leadership you've got in store for Richmond? Torturing people with your stupid power games?
Justice isn't a game, Javi. It's about time you learn that.
What kind of fucking line is that?
Sure about this. We never agreed to killing all these people.
It's really up to Javi, isn't it? All eyes are on you.
Oh, I'm gonna kill
Maybe
you.
This will help you make up your mind.
Is that an option? Can I shoot you in the
Boys?
head?
Come on, Javi. Who's it gonna be? Your friend or your brother's lieutenant?
I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go,
Oh, come
but
on!
I can't
stupid.
imagine a situation where Javier picks Ava over Tripp. Tripp is one of his people, sort of. So I'm gonna go that way.
Javi. Tripp has to live. He's invaluable.
Son of a bitch.
Javi, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You're not making David happy, but I respect you for sticking up for your own people. Shoot him.
Wait! I said Tripp should
I
live!
fucking knew it.
Did, but there's something else you need to understand. Betrayal.
You can't do this!
Fucking figures.
I can do anything I want. You brought this on yourself. Do it.
Joan.
No!
Oh my god. They really shot him.
God damn it.
Now, David, it's your turn.
That's really upsetting.
I can't believe this. This isn't how we do things. This is madness. You're pathetic, Clint. We trusted the process, and look where we are. You're right.
Think about this, Javi. You know what's gonna happen here. You ready for that?
We don't murder in Richmond. We exile. That's how we've always done things. How about you take David and the rest of your people and just get the hell out? Go far away from Richmond, and then whatever you do,
What a coward.
it's up to you.
I'm
What a
sure the herd
fucking
outside
coward.
will like that.
She thinks she's sending us out there to die.
She's counting on it.
Everybody put your guns away. We're gonna handle this peacefully.
Oh my god. What a baby. Wow, he's still
Don't
alive?
listen to them, Javi. They're fucking butchers, all of them. Shoot that bitch. Take her out. She deserves it.
Oh, Oh!
If you don't do it, I fucking will.
Just for that fucking smirk, I gotta do it. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. I fucking love it. Yeah, you know, that's the price I'm willing to pay. That was too satisfying. Uh-oh. That's amazing. Quick, I'll use the people as cover. Nah, whatever. Part of me is just like, maybe just let her do it. Yeah, thanks for all the help, Gabe. Uh-oh. Well, excuse me, sir.
You son of a bitch! Get back here! Gabe, I need you to cover me. We gotta make things right.
Okay. Dad needs us. We gotta get out there.
Fuck it.
He needs you, not me. Go on.
Now get yourself killed. Go on.
Thanks.
Do it. You just like get shot immediately. Oh, that would have been great. Right in the neck. Oh, Clem's in trouble. Oh, they're closing in. Bam! Headshots all over the place.
We had a way out of this, Javi. Why did you have to go and shoot her? Shit, get down!
I hear gunfire. What the hell is going on over there? Are you guys okay?
Stay away from the square. It's too risky. We'll come to you.
I can't hear you. It's too loud.
Uh-oh, okay. So, she's dead, right? The mom? Hello. Can I have that, please? I want it. Thank you. It's my toy now.
It's Kate. She's coming for us.
Ew. Yep. Well, good night, Kate.
Oh, God.
Javi, you've got to get over there before
That happens. Well, I failed.
Kate!
That's not good. We should have splurged for better walkie-talkies. That would have just... It would have made sure none of this happened. But no, we wanted to go for the cheap option. Well, that was the end to The Walking Dead, Season 3, Episode 4. Yeah, I was this episode sucked. I'm not gonna try to pretend it was anything other than that. Like, it just... I feel like this episode is like the epitome of everything that is wrong with Telltale. You know, subverting, you know, the narrative that you set up for yourself. So despite giving us options, you still go with the thing that you're going to do anyway, which is a thing Telltale always does. Manufacturing conflict when there doesn't need to be any, when it doesn't make sense for there to be any. Why the fuck would Gabe do what he did? I would understand him getting defensive about allowing or putting Javier in a situation where he gets stabbed. He's a kid, I get that part, but there is absolutely no reason for him to rat out Javier for, about the Conrad situation. All that does is serves to hurt your father. because you're now pretty much guaranteeing that the people that were friends with this guy are going to be mad at the brother of your dad. And so they're much less inclined now to help you. You fucking idiot. Listen, I get that he's a kid, and having been a kid not too long ago, I get that kids make irrational decisions sometimes. But I can't imagine any 15-year-old, or however old he is, I can't imagine any 15-year-old being that stupid, not thinking far ahead enough to, okay, if I do this right now, I'm making the likelihood of my father dying that much higher. I can't understand the logic there, and it's just there so they could have this situation that they wanted to have happen in this. They could have done this in a much less lazy way, but they didn't want to. They just wanted the immediate gratification. So I just think there was just really shitty writing in this episode, which is unfortunate. This isn't, I always bitch about Telltale, but like, this isn't a thing with all Telltale games. I actually really enjoyed the Batman series that they did recently. I loved Tales from the Borderlands. It's one of my favorite games, or narrative-driven games at least. So they do it well sometimes, but then other times it's just this. So I don't know, man. I like it to an extent. Like, there's a couple characters I enjoy, Javier being one of them. I think that at least to an extent, the sort of this world forcing him to kind of grow up is sort of an interesting character progression. I think David's character is interesting. They didn't do what I thought they were going to do, and I'll give them credit for that. I thought that he was going to eventually become like the bad guy. That's what I was expecting after episode 2, is that he was going to be like the leader of the group, or of this village or whatever, and that like it was going to turn out that he's actually a bad guy and you got to kill him at the end or something, and then fuck his wife, because duh. But that's not what they did. Instead, he's like a flawed individual that in our society is a piece of shit, but in the society that The Walking Dead is in, he's really actually one of the better people. Like, he's a dick, he yells at people a lot, he's kind of mean to children and women, but in comparison to child murderers, in comparison to killers and rapists and thieves and all these other things, he's really not that bad. And so I respect that direction they decided to go with David. Also, I'll show you guys the decisions here real quick. Because I know in the last episode people were a little annoyed that I didn't. So I assisted Lingard with suicide. Not many people did that, it seems. Did you tell Kate that you have feelings for her? Me and 17% didn't share Kate's feelings. Okay. So a major minority in that area. Wow, most people try to save Ava. I was not expecting that. Did you shoot Joan or kill or take Clint's deal? All right, yeah. So I was in the majority on most things. Actually, no, I wasn't. Never mind. I was in the majority on 2 things, half and half on one, and then the minority in 2 others. I'm very surprised most people didn't choose to save Tripp. I was really expecting that. But whatever. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, I knew that I was going to choose to save Tripp, and they were going to kill him anyway. It just, I could see that coming from a mile away, that was what they were going to do. It seems so obvious that Ava has some sort of purpose going forward, given her connection with Clementine. It would just make no sense, narratively speaking, to kill her off at this point, whereas it makes perfect sense to kill off Tripp, because he's just kind of there. He's not really doing anything. So yeah, that makes sense. And I guarantee you, in the next episode, Eleanor is going to blame me for Tripp dying, even though it's completely her fault. But that's just how this stuff goes. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. There's not a lot of other thoughts I had on this. I know a lot of people like Telltale Games, and I'm sure a lot of people... Well, actually, I really have no idea what the public consensus is on this season, but, I can't imagine it's, like, well-reviewed or super well-enjoyed. Like, okay, here's the thing, is that the first 2 episodes I thought were great. I thought they were really well done. I thought they were fleshed out. They were pretty long. And, you know, they move the story forward in a well-paced way. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. The 3rd episode, I hardly even remember anything about it, if I'm being completely honest. I remember thinking it was okay, if I'm not mistaken. But this one, holy shit, it just took away any enthusiasm I have for the 5th episode. I'll do it, but they're really gonna have to do something impressive to redeem this. You know what the problem is I feel like they spent a lot of time on those first 2 episodes. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, because there was no, like, definitive time frame for those first 2 episodes. And this is all conjecture. I have no idea if this is actually the case. But they put a lot of time into those 2 episodes into writing them, developing them, creating them, and then distributing them. And then it wouldn't surprise me at all if after those first 2 episodes they didn't have anything. Like, they were just like, they had a storyboard, an idea of what they wanted to do next, but they didn't have anything written down on a script. They didn't have any performances taken care of. They didn't have the game developed, you know, in terms of actually creating what's in front of us. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know, but it would make sense as to why there's been a dip in quality, in my opinion, is because they've been kind of rushing these new episodes along, is because, you know, it's only they have to have one done every other month or so, or else people are going to lose a lot of interest. You know, you look at Tales from the Borderlands, and I mean, like, I can't think of any other reason why it would have taken them, I think, 8 months between episode 1 and 2, other than they didn't have anything ready. And so they had to completely map out the script and map out, like, what's going to happen in the game and all that, and then they made it. It wouldn't surprise me if that's just the formula Telltale goes about things. They make episodes, and then they release them, and then they make the next episode in full. Write out the new episode, and then make it, which is not a good formula. It's just not. It lends itself to just dips in quality between episodes, because you're rushing yourself. You're only giving yourself a 2-month window or so to have, you know, the game that you want to make. And the reason why I feel like it worked with Tales from the Borderlands is because they had such a large disparity of time in between episodes, so they were able to add more quality to it. That's just me. But with this, it's just, I feel like what Telltale needs to do is they just need to stop making episodic games. Just fucking stop it. Just make a regular game. Everybody else does it. Just make a a 5-6 hour game for $25 or whatever it is that you charge in total for all the episodes, and just release it as its own thing. And maybe you could still have it in episodic format just for the sake of it, just for the aesthetic, but just have them all released at the same time. Like any other regular developer who does this shit. They just make a game and then release it. I don't see anything wrong with that. And it also, like, it doesn't, that new formula makes it to where you're not relying on people to be wanting to come back. They have to buy the whole thing in full. It just seems like a better business model altogether. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like Telltale needs a serious restructuring of how they do things, because at this moment, it's like 1 in every 5 games is good at this point, and it's getting kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Sorry to make this so negative and stuff, but I'm just being honest in how I feel about this. If you liked it, that's cool, but I did not. I'm gonna play the next episode whenever it does come out, and for those of you who enjoy my cynicism and constant bitching and moaning about the characters and writing, look forward to that. I'm sure that you'll enjoy the next one as well, because it probably will be shit as well. That's all I really have to say about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you guys next time.